think it's a cliche that our employees are our biggest asset, and every day they go above and beyond, and every once in a while it's just nice to recognize those individuals that are seen going above and beyond by their employees. So I think it's good for their departments, I think it's good for the organization, and as a member of the management team, we just like to see and support those individuals.
I won the Cotton the Act Award for an overnight stay in the hospital with one of the children on my caseload. He had surgery at Duke Medical Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I stayed overnight with him. So this child was in a group home and transitioning to an adoptive placement, so he didn't have any family or anyone able to be with him in the hospital. So of course I didn't hesitate to spend that time with him so that he wouldn't have to be alone at the hospital.
We had 2 little boys that were under the care of DSS, and they had been placed in a family home and they were burned. So with Burn Children's Fund, we were able to support the little boys and offer them some financial assistance. And also we worked with Safe Kids, and we were able to bring gun locks in for the foster families and that type of thing.
I was nominated for Cotton the Act for helping out a lady that was in a car crash. I was in the military. I was in 2nd Ranger Battalion, former Ranger. And when I was working, I heard the crash, told my supervisor, like, hey, there's a crash here, I'm gonna go over there. I went over there, I saw a lady, single vehicle in a tree. That's what I saw. And then what I did was I kind of helped her out. I noticed she had a gash on her forehead. She was kind of incoherent a little bit. So I administered first aid based off of prior training that I've had. Kind of patched her wound just a little bit so it stopped the bleeding, and called 911.
I was able to help get a donated van for a child that was in foster care who was quadriplegic and just needed a way to be transported. And someone had a van and donated it. So it needed some work because it had been sitting. So we actually had other people who donated to have new tires put on it, have it serviced, oil changed, things like that it needed, so that the foster parents can have a way to transport the child.
I don't think the public truly understands all of what county government does. We are involved in a lot of different areas and interact with a lot of different people. It amazes me what individuals are willing to do, not only for coworkers or friends or family, but for just complete strangers. And we are put in those positions where we can interact with those strangers, and every once in a while we have the ability to help them in their time of need. And I think that's what these 4 individuals have shown that county employees can't do. It's the true definition of a public servant.
Being presented the Cotton the Act Award was a huge surprise to me, because to me I was just doing my job, and to be recognized for doing my job, it was just like above and beyond, because all I wanted to ever do when I worked here was to just be able to help those in need, especially the children and their families.
So I am so honored to work with these families every day. I get to walk with them through some of the most difficult days of their lives. So having an award is great. I love the recognition, but it's my job. So I think that anyone that is in this position would do the same thing that I did.
It shows that the county has trust in its employees. Also, it boosts morale.
It's an honor, really, if you get 4 a year, and just to be nominated was an honor.
We appreciate what you do on a daily basis. We know these 4 individual events are not the only thing you've done all year. You do this every day, you do it with grace, and you are the face of Union County, and we couldn't be more proud of you.